that's going to have some pick potential. Who can we bring to the table? They bring Popol and Kulpa as well as Farsa. So they are ready to deal with this heavy engaged composition coming out from GEEK FAM Indonesia.
The fact that they're banning out Natola and Esmeralda, that just gives a lot of heroes to pick here. We're talking about all the hot heated heroes, one of the most popular ones these days. All this, especially Popol and Kulpa, we haven't, me personally, haven't seen any Popol and Kulpa throughout this whole series yet for the MPLI. No Popol and Kulpa because every single time, every single game, they have been banned out quite fast and too often.
Yes, and now coming into the second ban phase is going to be Roger as well as Lancelot.
Roger!
Yeah, a lot of respect coming in from both of these teams. They can identify like, hey, I don't want you to have a strong side-pushing lane that I have to worry about. That scales well. Like
That's
Lancelot
a
and
huge
Roger.
map on the whiteboard, by the way.
Luckily, we can't really see what it says, but you know what? At least we don't have that kind of insight. GEEK FAM Indonesia is going to go with the Granger pick here, even though I personally feel that Claude might have been the option. However, Granger does fit much better in terms of team composition because it is very pick-oriented, you know? Death Sonata, easily you can catch people off with unstoppable force.
But I still prefer Claude over here for some reason, because especially with that Blizzard duet, if you can combo a big combination here with the Atlas battling, especially you want to jump towards Farsa, who might probably at the back line. Same goes for Popol and Kulpa.
Yeah, and I think at GEEK FAM Indonesia have enough engage and pick tools here. They just need to have that utility as well. GENFLIX AEROWOLF looking to punish that Granger with both the Cho as well as the Leomord pick, and we see the Leomord is very good at just running down your opponent. So the moment Granger doesn't have that rondo, it becomes an issue. GEEK FAM Indonesia, they identify the problem saying, okay, yes, we do have somebody, they do have somebody that can run them down, so we need someone to stop your hard engages, your hard picks, and Loi is going to be the option.
Another pick of Loi twice in a row. We're talking about we're still waiting for Loi and Fatalin combination, which didn't executed by Siren before this. So will they make it happen? I'm really looking forward for this game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Purify on that side. I don't blame them, but that's all flickers here on the side of GEEK FAM Indonesia. It's gonna be an aggressive match. The moment you saw how much they want to just flicker in, take somebody out, and just go back to their own respective lanes.
Yeah, this is very similar to what we witnessed in the first best of 3 between Siren Clan and Bigatron, where one side is playing purely just to get their hypercarry ahead, which in this case is GEEK FAM, while GENFLIX AEROWOLF, hopefully they don't get caught out too early into the game because they are dependent on their level 4s to really pop off here. So expect the first 3 minutes or so GEEK FAM being proactive as much as possible, while GENFLIX AEROWOLF here is going to play a little bit of a slower game and start ramping up much harder towards the mid section.
But I do want to see how they actually distribute themselves among the lanes here, especially Loi. Will it be a support or will it be a mid lane? It probably will be a support, and maybe this country will go for the side lanes instead, which is yeah, kind of what we've discussed just now. So it's gonna be both. And I have a feeling this is going to be a Granger hypercarry, right?
Yeah, this is going to be a Granger hypercarry, but the lane assignments is very interesting here because Leomord isn't actually going down to the bottom lane while Farsa helps to keep control and push out the middle lane. But it looks like they're splitting 1-2-2 while GEEK FAM Indonesia is going for the 1-3-1. The weakest link being that Kaja, who can somewhat wave clear safely. However, GENFLIX AEROWOLF, once they hit that level 4, I'm expecting to see dives going down to that bottom side. I
don't blame for the side of GENFLIX AEROWOLF this kind of rotation. We've seen a lot of Indonesian players here trying to steal away whatever buff they have. We're talking about a Litho Path Wanderer and also the blue and the red buff. So they try to secure that one first. And the moment they manage to secure it, like what we've seen just now and what they're doing right now, they will go back to their own respective lanes. At the same time, Joker is not making it easy, poking it here and there, making sure he revealed the positions at the same time. That gives a lot of information on the side of GEEK FAM Indonesia, whether to go in later on or not.
Wait, something's up here. It looks like they're giving the buffs over to Watt. So they identify the fact that, okay, Watt needs to get his items first before Popol and Kulpa. And you can see that Popol and Kulpa also are going to be playing a backhanded role here. Yeah.
Wait. whoa, I've seen this before. It's going to be a hyper carry on Leo mode.
Yeah.
And it's going to be impressive. I've played just like this morning, and it's like insanely good because the moment that you realize it's Leo mode is really a problem to start with, that's a bit too late because he will be overfarmed and almost impossible to start, especially if he has his horse on the right as well.
Yeah, and you can see that, Leomord is making sure that he is making the moves across the map with the help of his teammates as well, Fredo, to help kind of push away and force Epin in a situation where he has to give up that bottom tier 1. So a win for AEROWOLF for now. However, GEEK Fam on the other side they're not being as proactive as I would like them to be, and it looks like they are waiting for everybody to hit their level 4s before they make something happen.
I really like this, the fact that Rove is playing this as a support. There's a lot of options if you're playing Popo and Koopa here. There goes a feather airstrike, bombardment dropping every single one. Roy will be always the first victim here, but he managed to make it out on time for Wong Coco. He escaped it. It's not the same like we saw it before when it played by Fenrir, when it was Siren Clan back then.
Yeah, now here's where it gets a bit dangerous because now GENFLIX, AEROWOLF are in position to take away this turtle, but looking at the map right now, it looks like GEEK Fam Indonesia doesn't want to really contest this. They see the Cho. It looks like they want to punish him, but they also notice that, hey, we're willing to give up that turtle just in trade for this bot tier 1.
And now it's going to be map control inside of GEEK Fam Indonesia, but they're not losing too much as well because GENFLIX AEROWOLF pushing on top, but there you go, he trying to finish it off with the help of the feather airstrike, finish a job. He's a bit scary, I have to say, and you don't want to let that Leomont running loose because he will be a huge problem later on.
Just look at the way GENFLIX AEROWOLF is just controlling the map. They're yes, you are sacrificing, map control for the side of GEEK Fam Indonesia, but they're making sure that they're that every move they make has some effort. And now the next Joker on the chopping block tries to flicker away similarly to how Fredo played it. Manages to get out. However, that buff is not going into the hands of GEEK Fam Indonesia, whether they like it or not. GENFLIX AEROWOLF have full control over this top side of the map. And now that they are trying to break mid, they're going to exert even more control over the river and the enemy jungle.
It's just, how fast can they go? We're talking about less than 5 minutes. All tier 1 towers, including tier 2 next, will be down very soon. Even got their buff stolen here. And this GEEK Fam ID, or GEEK Fam Indonesia, is not that happy about it. There goes, the seal has been called upon, and Ramzu will be stuck between so many members here. He goes down one, and then goes down to double kill on Leomol. That is just one unstoppable on a triple kill as well. Will he get the fourth? Will it be a maniac? But no, it's going to be Fredo chasing Wong Coco out. He got stunned. There's no way out. He's trying to flicker it out and managed to just in a slither HP left. He will survive for the next war.
Yeah, I think GENFLIX AEROWOLF have identified, yes, we are stronger. We have caught them out. If they're in the jungle, they are at a significant disadvantage. AEROWOLF is trying to be proactive because GEEK Fam Indonesia have shown that they are playing a very passive game. They understand that they are behind and they aren't making too many plays. They are just making macro decisions.
What went wrong so bad that GEEK Fam lost half of us? Oh my goodness me. We're talking about 6-0. The 0 is still not being cracked open into 1 here, which is a hard play and very fast game. I'm talking about 5,000 goals in advance to a GENFLIX AEROWOLF. And now they're trying to finish off with the Deadly Blade. That's going to be the semi-support. Popo Kuba pulling in with a Divine Judgment. Managed to just running it away. That's a huge Divine Judgment being wasted on a Chow who just shimpo away, making sure he is unscathed, not even getting that kill. That's a big waste just now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they also used I Am Jungo's Death Sonata as well. So those are 2 very big ultimates being wasted here. Unfortunately, they didn't profit. It was a play, but, they did not profit off of it. The question is, how far is GEEK Fam Indonesia going to go like this? Are they looking to make a play, or are they looking to hold on? Joker getting immobilized here. This is looking bad because he's not able to get out of the feathered airstrike. He walks away with a sliver of his health. Luckily, his natural inbuilt base tankiness and toughness on top of the tenacity helps him out.
Oh, Ramza tried to split push at the same time, but it's not going to be enough. I'm talking about Fredo just going to cut the wave halfway there. And that's just even playing emotes on top of that. He's just making sure that Everybody sees how confident he can actually get this one in the bag. And there's one more kill on that feather airstrike with the help of the Popular and Cooper. And that's Rave. He can just switch to marksman whenever he needs it to be. But now what is just unstoppable? That, oh, Divine Judgment is a huge one. But will it be enough here? Renasty down next. Even last tick of health. Still managed to survive. And that's a small victory so far for GEEK FAM Indonesia. But it's not enough. Again, all the lanes being pushed and pressured quite hard. Every lane's possible.
Yeah, and GEEK FAM Indonesia, they're basically playing this macro game where they know they can defend. They just have to make sure they kill the key targets, such as Watt. You know, Watt is going to be the main driving force of this team. Yeah.
It's just Watt.
I mean, Clay and Rave can deal damage, but Rave is in a position where he needs to farm a lot more. Clay has the damage, however, he's limited by his range.
This is just hard to watch. I'm talking about Fredo can actually shimpo to the front if he catches somebody. Roy, again, I'm asking the same question. We haven't seen that combination just yet, but that's Fredo. He's trying to run away. He managed to run away. No, not just yet. Charging in is actually Ramzu, and now trying to get for more. Renasmi getting one more, and with the help of another friend there, and now Joker trying to run away, but that puppy, I'm not gonna call him wolf, that puppy is really something, making it hard for every single person. Look at that ice trap, it's everywhere, literally. And this is one of the biggest reasons why they keep on banning Popol and Koopa. But that Clay sacrificial lamb just now, I don't think it affects any of GENFLIX AEROWOLF side of economy.
Yeah, and it looks like GEEK FAM is slowly finding their momentum back into this game. GENFLIX AEROWOLF over pushing and getting a little too confident with their play here. They are starting to disrespect GEEK FAM Indonesia, who have started to build their second items here. And you know, even though some of the cores don't have their main priority item, they are still able to make a play because of the naturally strong ultimates from both Joker and Ipin.
But at the same time, they don't want to be too overconfident. We're talking about mistakes done twice in a row now. That's two. They strike two. If they strike one more time, it's probably a huge mistake and maybe a turnover events on the side of GEEK FAM Indonesia. They still can win this. Question is, they don't have enough damage to seal the deal. We're talking about Loyi and Atlas still haven't landed any spells. Literally.
I mean, they're mainly for follow-up more than anything else. The main engagers is going to be Joker as well as Ipin. Ramzu is there as well as Wong Koko to follow up when that catch happens. IamJago is at the mercy of his support to actually make the play because he can't afford to die. They're their only damage dealers.
Probably Ramzu can do something, but I don't think he has enough just yet. He tried to split push at the same time, but what? Just making sure he cut the creep waves or the minion waves again. Even so, there's also Fredo doing that job as well. So look at that. All the lanes are being pressured by every single individual in this game right now. We're talking about another GEEK FAM player will be down. Joker can just, yeah, he managed to run away from that really last thing of himself. But that gives a huge wide open window of opportunity here for them to get the Lord. And I don't see how they can contest this without sacrificing anybody.
I mean, Jawhead might be able to put some damage into Watt here, but the rest of the team is slowly walking up here. Ipin, he's chunked out. He can't really do too much. Lori, on the other hand, Ramzu trying to buy some time for the team here. Wong Koko getting some pretty good damage onto Rave, but the last hit of the Death Sonata doesn't complete. Fredo still chasing after IamJago, who quickly dashes away with the Rondo. Joker in the backline. They stop the initial push. Joker forced to pull back with a feather airstrike here, but at least they completed their objective to stop them and push them off the Lord here. And you can see Ramzu in the back line just trying to pressure Rave here because he can one-shot him at that health. Ooh, no, he gets caught out by Renasmi as well as Clay. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean he is out of this game.
He can't aim for the Popol Koopa. Rave is not the main target. Like you said before, the main damage dealer is Watt. And there's also Clay to deal with. They have too much on their plate right now for the side of GEEK FAM Indonesia. We're talking about even though Ramzu can charge one person, it's just going to be one person. He has to choose between Clay or Watt first. Because you know how much damage just now for the airstrike to just drop the bombs on them.
Yep. I totally agree here. And now both teams are playing a more hesitant game. I mean, GEEK FAM Indonesia, yes, they are trying to make the plays, but they also identify the fact that, yeah, we're 8K behind. We can't make everything work out. We just have to be the most effective that we can.
How? The question right now is how. We do see the Joker try to go in whenever he can. There's also Ramzu. But you see how squishy they can get. That's the main tank we're talking about, especially Joker. He didn't even get to live for it like 5 seconds in a fight. Lasted probably just not more than 3. We're talking about Clay and Watt just keep on giving a lot of bursts. This is even worse. They are being zoned out in their own base with Watt marching in at the same time. And IAM Jungle, he still need more time to get himself more items here. And they are losing bit by bit the inhibitor towers, and it's not looking great so far for GEEK FAM Indonesia.
Yeah, they are just sieging them out here. Rinazmi in the backside on the top, trying to break that inhibitor. But unfortunately, Ramzu noticed this as quickly as possible, so they only net themselves 1 inhibitor turret. Oh, this might be a really big ultimate here. Second ability coming in from Laura Yi, but a great catch coming into the backline as Cho kicks him in. Leomore going straight in. The fatal links. This might be the game. This might be the game right here as GENFLIX AEROWOLF are going to be knocking onto death's door. GEEK FAM, nothing they can do. They flick walk back into the fountain. They get the initial pick, but GEEK FAM can't really do too much with the rest of the members of AEROWOLF trying to end the game. GG, well played. AEROWOLF GENFLIX up game 1.
Just ban the Uranus. I've seen how this Uranus is actually working on this time around. We've seen a lot